प्रभ शरणाई सदा रहो, दुख न व्यापे गो, दुख न व्यापे गो, मेरे मन हर बिन तन धन जिन प्रभु दिया, रखिया सहज समान, सर्व कला पर थापया, अंदर जोत अपार, सदा सदा प्रभु सिमरिए, प्रभ शरणाई सदा रहो, दुख न व्यापे गो, रत्न पदारथ माणक सोना रूप, मात पिता सुत बंध पा, जिनकी तात से न जाने, जिनकी तात से न जाने, मन मुख पस न पा, मेरे मन हर बिन अवर न होए, मेरे मन हर बिन अवर न होए, अंतर बाहर रगड़या, तिस लो जाने तृष्णा लागी रच अंतर हो में भक्ति नाम में, भक्ति नाम हर बिन अवर न होए, मेरे मन हर बिन अवर न होए, राख ले हो प्रभ करणहार, जी जंत करता प्रभ कोई न रखणहार, महाविकट जम भया, नानक नाम न बिसरयो, नानक नाम न बिसरयो, करे अपनी हर माया, मेरे मन हर बिन अवर न होए, प्रभ शरणाई सदा रहो, दुख न व्यापे कोई, दुख न व्यापे मेरे मन हर बिन last sitting, in the hymn 83rd, we got a message in its last lines, Tan Man Dhan Arpi Sabho Sagal Variye A Jind Dekhay Sune Hadur Sad Ghatkat Brahm Ravind आकिरत घनानु पालदा प्रभ नानक सद बख्शिंद. The purpose of the physical body, the human body, is to actualize it, to experience it, to bring it within, experience it, bring it out. Something that's already inside you, hidden, the potential of being one with one. That potential is available to every human being, which is the real purpose of the physical body given to us. But we don't pay attention to that, and we get lost into the worldly affairs and start enjoying the illusory sensory pleasures. That's why the reminder was Akirta Ghananu Palada, those who break their promise, those who are thankless to the Creator for giving a gift of human body. There are millions of other life forms. He could have chosen any one of them for you, but he didn't. He chose the human form. It was a blessing, it was a gift given. But at the same time, he doesn't put any pressure on anybody that you must keep your promise. He gives you freedom of choice. You can choose to live like an angel, or you can choose to live like a devil, or anything in between. You can live like a stone, you can live like a plant, you can live like an animal. How do we live like a stone? Let's just refresh our minds. We have not met for a while. What's the quality of a stone? Stone is fixed, immovable. It insists on its shape, form and space. Right. If I ask this harmonium, move a little bit, can you bend this corner because I want to put this next to it and say, this corner is going to stay where it is. It's not willing to adjust, not compromise. It's fixed. Don't we know some people, maybe including ourselves, that we put a stake in the ground and they say, I am not moving. It's my way or highway. That's basically it. No compromise. I want this thing for me. It belongs to me. This is my space. That's living like a stone. Immovable, unchangeable. In other words, in English language is stubborn. It's very difficult to live with a stubborn person, to deal with a stubborn person, because there is no getting around. And people live like that. What's the quality of a plant? Plant feels emotions. Don't we know some emotional people? When you ask them why you want to do this or not do this, the only thing is, well, because I like it. Well, you are being very emotional. You're not being logical. Well, that's me. I'm emotional. That's it. What is a suicide bomber? If you ask him, do you know for sure that you are going to go to heaven after killing so many people along with yourself? What's the response is going to be? I believe it. That's it. I believe it. No logic is required. Logic will not touch the person who is emotional. Yeah. Love is an emotion. Why you don't want to marry so and so? I don't see anything in him. Well, no, I love him. That's it. Don't we know some people who live the emotional life? What's the next one? The animal. What's the animal kingdom do? Don't they mark their territory? From here to here. It's mine. You cannot touch it. Don't the animal kill the weaker one and make their food? Don't we do that? We even have a quotation for it called survival of the fittest. Weaker is always subdued and overpowered and ruled, manipulated, abused, made slaves. Isn't it? So when we divide, this is mine, this is yours. Any one of you who ever watch National Geographic or any one of those PBS series where they show animal how they mark their territory? They urinate. And they know the smell of their own urine. So from here to here, the other animal cannot come in. So when we do that, that's all animal characteristics, living life animal. This is my boundary, this is yours. You cannot take mine. Try to take the hunt done by another tiger. No other animal can come and share the food. Because I hunted it. You can't have it. It's my food. So when we put these claims of possessiveness, these live like animal. Now the reality is that all these three levels of creations have no other choice. A cow born as cow will die as cow. It has no other protection. The concept of spirituality, existence of spirit, existence of something higher than the self, is only known to the human. A dog doesn't know that. We have taken the greed from the dog, but we did not take the true selfless loving and service of the master from the dog. कुत्ता कितना वफादार है, उसकी वफादारी नहीं सीखी, उसका लोभ ले लिया. गधे की जिद ले ली, उस जैसा सख्त काम करना नहीं सीखा. So, when you look at this, so Gurbani points out that this potential was given to you. What? Let's look at the last three lines of it. Tan, man, dhan, arpi, sabo, sagalavar ye jind. This was given to you as a gift. And you should have devoted this thing to the real purpose for which this body form was given to you. Dekhe sune hadur sad ghat ghat brahm ko ravind. That creator who gave you this gift is inside you and outside you, and also made you aware of this fact. People train the animals to do all other things, and they can talk and multiply and divide. There are dogs who are doing mathematics. But ask them, do they know if there is a soul? But a human child will tell you right away, there is something higher than me. But you forgot. And when you forgot that, what you became? Akirat ghan. Usdi kirt da mull nahi paya. You did not honor his gift. But what did he do? He did not turn away from you. He cannot turn away from you. Why? Because you are part of him. He is part of you. You can forget him, but he cannot forget you. So what is happens? Akirt ghana nu palda prabh nanak sad bakshin. He keeps on forgiving. Bakshana keeps on forgiving and say, okay, one more chance, one more life, one more opportunity. And the cycle goes on. But you should have not gone there. You should have reminded yourself. And that's where the next hymn starts. Says, Mere man har bin avar na koye. If you have forgotten the promise that you made with the hope that you're going to get something better somewhere else, then you are totally mistaken. Because there is no second, there is no other, there's only one God. That's basically it. Inside, outside, upside, sideways, no matter where you look at. That's why he is omnipresent. The term omnipresent in English language is very powerful. You know, when we say, wow, God is inside you. Okay. Well, what's outside? It's the same God. Just as I cannot see my inside, I am not able to see outside either. But He is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipowerful. We just believe, we repeat like a parrot, kan kan mein Bhagwan hai ji. Bhai kya baat hai? Do you really believe that? जिसको सिर्फ इतनी बात याद रहा जाए, if you can just be 24 hours a day, just be conscious of that one statement, would you be able to pick a fight with anybody? भगवान से कैसे लड़ाई करोगे भाई? नाराजगी कैसे करोगे? उसको चीट कैसे करोगे? धोखा कैसे दोगे? How are you going to do that? If कण कण में भगवान है और हमें ये यकीन आ जाए, who are you going to get angry with? God? Is it possible? No. We just talk like a parrot without understanding.
We try and we get mad. Right?
Okay. Then the question is, are you smarter than God? Then why are you questioning it? Isn't that?
Complain to him.
I can guarantee you that if you at this moment was seeing God personified in front of you, you will not be able to ask the question. All question will drop. As a matter of fact, the questioner will die, much less the question. That which is right now asking, ओ पत्थर के भगवान तेरी दुनिया में लग जाए आग, तेरे होते हुए मैं आज लुट गई जाते हैं मौलाना. Those are the voices from the ignorance. And Gurbani calls them Akirat Dhan. They forgot everything. And if they just could remind themselves, which is Mere man harbe na varna koe. If you are sitting with any expectation that you can actually do something different, there is another power who can save you, You are sitting in an illusionary world. So wake up. So if there is a he is the only one, then come back. And do what? Prabhu saranai sada raho, dukh na vyape koe. Then come to the surrender yourself so that you can get on the path. And what is that path? This is what needs to be done. So that's the Rahauti line. So the Shabad, the hymn starts with Man tan dhan jin prabh diya rakhya sahaj savar. He gave you this as a gift, and he's sustaining that gift. Sarv kala kar thapya antar jot abad. He gives you all the qualities so that you could accomplish the task you came to accomplish with. Sada sada prabh simriye antar rakh oredhar. The real work, the purpose that you came was to do that action with which you could now become godlike. Last Wednesday there were some American students visiting from one of the schools here in San Clemente, and I was called in to answer some of their questions. And the teacher asked me, he says, well, what is a God-like living? When you say you can live like God, I say, no. I don't know how to simplify it, but God-like living is when you transcend both the positive and the negative and not be touched by anything. It's very difficult for a logical mind. It's okay for the logical mind to say, well, I'm happy. It's okay for the logical mind that I'm sad. But if you tell the mind that you are neither sad nor happy, as a matter of fact, you don't even exist. Now it becomes difficult. That's why other religions made the God in a man's image and attributed the human qualities to it. He is loving, he is caring, he is forgiving. And the reality is way, way beyond that. None of the human qualities touch the Creator. You cannot. वो निर्लेप है. He is neither punishing nor rewarding. He is nor judging nor forgiving. None of those. Those are human characteristics. It's a pure energy. Just pure awareness of being, untouched. I remember Swami Ramakrishnan used to give this example, that when he was seeking for the answer as to what's God-like living, early morning he was walking by the river in the village, and usually in the villages, we collect garbage and the people pick up every week, once a week. There the people have a rudiyan, they have a dump. The whole village goes, and that's usually around the water. And then, पंजाब का हाथ बने 12 साल बाद रूड़ी भी सफाई हो जाए, वो भी बारी आ जाती है. इतनी देर नहीं रहने देते होते. Once in a blue moon, that the municipality truck will come and will. So he said, I was walking by that river and there was a stone next to the garbage dump, which was on the bank of that little river. And the sun came up. So now the sun ray is touching the stone, is touching the garbage dump, and is touching the water. It's neither wet, nor smelly, nor bruised. Hitting the stone, it should have gotten bruised. Touching the garbage dump, it should have become smelly. Touching the water, it should have become cold or wet. Nothing happened. But it touched. It didn't run away. It just stayed there. And so that day I understood what God-like living is. What a metaphor. Whatever goes on in life should not touch you. That's God-like living. And you have that potential. You have that capability. You can do it if you want it. And if you don't believe, you can listen to any mystic who have gone beyond you. Any mystic that you believe in, that you have read about, heard about, they will tell you exactly that. Nothing touches. But they are in the world. They get up like us, they go to sleep like us, they eat, they drink, they go to bathroom, they do all the things that we do as a human being. But whatever goes around them in the illusory world of the Maya, no effect. And that is what we came for. And when you do that type of work which can get you there, then Prabhu Saranai Sadaraho Dukh na Vyape Koe. Vyapana hunda to touch it. If you learn to surrender to that process, then you will certainly discover that nothing touches you. You have just gone beyond it. सदा सदा प्रभ सिमरिये अंतर रख वरधार मेरे मन खारबे ने अवर ना कोय सब प्रभ शरणाई सदा रहो दुख ना व्यापे कोय. But that's not what happened. What happened in reality? It says रतन पदार्थ मान का सोयना रूपा खाक मात पिता सुत बंद पा कूड़े सब्बे साख जिन्ने कीता तिसे ना जानई मानमुख पशु नापाक. This is what happened. Which is Ratan Padarat, the wealth, Manak Moti, Soina, gold, Rupa, another type of precious. What are they? Something that did not have the value of a grain of dust. Right? How do we value something? Let's think about it. How do we put a value on something? And if there are 5 stones sitting on the ground here, right? If you go to the hills and you can dig out, and you start getting different types of stones. Now, where did the value come from? We put it. Because a scientist will tell you that the charcoal that we burn in a home and the diamond that we put in, they are all carbon. As a scientist, we know that. Yet, koila is useless and the diamond carries so much. Where does the value come from? We put it. What does a tie do? Have you ever gone to buy a tie in the store nowadays? A 3 inch of a cloth costing $150. What does it do? And who put the value on it? We did. It's not a nature creation. I can understand my shirt covers my body something and I'm okay with it. But why I'm paying so much money? But well, you need to. Why? Because a consensual reality, externally consensual reality you are dealing with. And in reality, what are they? वो dust विचों निकलियां हुई चीज़ें, and you turned them into and started playing with them. रत्न पदार्थ मान का सोयना रूपा खाक. Now that's the matter side of it. Now come the emotion side of it, right? Which is Mata Pita Sutta Bandhapa. Right. Now Gurbani absolutely strips out all jargon from us and presents the absolutely the naked truth, and you got to face it. What is the most revered emotion for the human? A love for the mother, isn't it? A mother's love and the child's love for the mother. And the question is why? Where did it come from? Now the interesting thing is that the both are instruments. The child is manipulating the mother and mother is manipulating the child. Child is using the mother and mother is using the child. For what? For self-gratification. Because if it was love, from either side, it should not change no matter what. But is that a reality? Any one of us know that the child love doesn't change for the mother, or a mother's love doesn't change for the child? Do we know that? So isn't that an illusion that we all keep on believing in? And that's why that word is put right up front. Mat, Pita, Sut Bandapa, Ma, Pyo, Bache, Pra, Kude, Sabbe, Sak. They are illusionary relationships. Why? Because they are roles. They are not real. It's a drama. It's a role assigned to you. That's all. As the child is going to grow and become your size, he's not going to be. As a matter of fact, the child, when he only 11, 12, starts telling you, I'm not a kid, don't treat me like a kid anymore. Child actually orders you, don't treat me like a kid.
But you're supposed to play your role really well, even in the drama, even in the movies.
Question: when we play that role, do we remember that we are playing the role? Or we get caught in the emotion? That's what the Bani is saying now. Right? It first counted the matter, just as I was counting matter, emotion, intellect, spirituality. 4 levels of existence. So look, Bani here goes in the same sequence. Ratan Padartha Manaka Soina Rupa Khak, matter. Mat Pita Sudbanta Pude Sabbe Sak, emotion. What's the next? Intellect. Right? And what happened to the intellect? Jin Kita Tise Na Jane. Had you applied your intellect, what would have happened? You would have known that these are the roles given by somebody else. There's nothing that I am contributing to it. Somebody else is writing the story, somebody else is writing the drama, somebody else is writing the dialogue, somebody else is assigning the roles. Right. I am playing a role, you are playing a role. But what are we doing? What do we really believe that? No. I am teaching and you are learning. Gal khatam ho gayi. The brain went to sleep completely. The intellect absolutely went bankrupt because it's not paying attention to the fact, well, you are not a teacher. Where the hell did you learn that from? Shouldn't you remember that? Look at the arrogance of the human. There is, when a PhD student takes a project and goes to do the research, how does he do the research? He goes to the library, pulls out various books and volumes. That means somebody has already written it. Then he picks pieces from here, pieces from here, pieces from here, and create a new scenery. And I say it's my idea. Isn't that amazing? I can assure you that while you are thinking, you cannot think originally. It will all be borrowed. Let it be a lesson. You cannot say a single original word. You cannot make a single original statement. Try it. Because the only time an original thing will happen when you are not thinking. So when the brain stops to exist, mind stops to exist, whatever will happen at that moment will be completely original, otherwise not. Because thinking means the memory, something that you have heard, something that you have read. That's the only way. You can pick up the books and the poet will say, look, listen to this is an original thought. I can guarantee you all he's doing is juggling the words. The thoughts have already been given, documented, written. They just came in a different sequence. That's all. So had the intellect been completely aware, to which Bani says, Babek Buddhi. You know? प्यारे इन विद मिल न जाई मैं किए कर्म अनेका हार पर्यो स्वामी के द्वारे दीजे बुद्ध बबेका. That's why Gurbani says, hey, ask for the intellect which is discerning, which can go back and think about its original purpose, because it is not doing that. Jin kita tise na janai manmukh pasu napak. And you are living the life of a pasu, means an animal. Napak means apavitr, unholy. Why? Because that you are not an animal. Gurbani recognizes you, honors your humanity. So why are you living like an animal? Think, wake up, sit down, ponder upon it. And you will certainly discover that you are much more than an animal. And we don't want to be called an animal, right? We feel insulted. Mama keh raha pyar ho bachche कहते वे कुत्ते की कर रहे थे. I see that in my home all the time. My children are both grown up. मां के कहते वे कुत्ते, don't call me a dog. We don't want to be. एक होती आएगी करता थे. This is a common phrase, but it is very insulting to us. Don't call me a khota. I'm not an animal. I don't want to be ever even compared with an animal. I can have घोड़े वर्गा जवान है. What do you mean a घोड़े वर्गा? हालांकि चंगी गल कही है. ये शेर वर्गा बहादुर है. Don't compare me with an animal. But you are living the life of an animal. And Gurbani says, come on, wake up. Remember this. Antar bahar ravrya tisnu jane dur. Because when we go out, we don't even accept the fact. I did not need to go to a Gurdwara to do my meditation or a bhakti or anything. Gurdwara is not a house of God. A temple, a church is not a house of God. God is everywhere. And when I deliberately, knowingly insist, ये भगवान का मंदिर है जी. अरे ये क्या बात करे हुए? सो गया मन बिल्कुल. जब मन सो जाता है तो फिर ऐसी शरारतें करता है. फिर भगवान भी अलग अलग तरह के हो जाते हैं. फिर गुरु भी अलग अलग तरह का, तो फिर तो आ ही जाते हैं, देन फिर झगड़े शुरू होते हैं। तो गुरबानी कह रही, अंतर बाहर रवरिया तिसनु जाने दूर। ये भटके इंटेलेक्ट की निशानी है। तृष्णा लागी रच रहा अंतर हाउ में कूर। Trishna means the desires of various hankering after the matter. And then what happens? When you are after the matter, whether you achieve the matter or not, the ego will keep on getting higher and higher. And when you are hankering after that, all of the time is devoted to that, and then what happens? Bhakti Naam Vihonaya. Then all of the bhakti, all of the meditation, any naam, then basically go away from you. Vihonaya. You lose it. And then Ave Vanjay Pur. Then now you are in the cycle of coming and going. Ana, Jana. So now you're into the cycle of life and death. So, what is the solution to all of this? Because Gurbani says, since he waits and does not get impatient with anyone, so then you have a possibility, no matter at what stage of your life or, then do this. Ki राख लेओ प्रभ करनहार जी जंत कर दया. Go to him, surrender to him, because he is always daya. He is always into the forgiveness. बिन प्रभ कोए न रखण हार महा बिकट जम भया. He is the only one, there is no second one, and otherwise you are into the grip of the time. Bikat jump means the time, you are into the grip of the time. So surrender to him, and if you are going to ask for anything from him, then ask this, which is Nanak Naam Na Visaro. Give me the strength, give me the energy, so that I can stay in your memory forever. If I need your grace, that's the only grace I need. Kar apani har maya, apani kirpa karke mainu eh prasad de de, that I should never ever forget you. No matter what the temptations around me are, I should stay